Welcome back now to the latest on the out-of-control wildfires in Nova Scotia. Joining us live now is Scott Tingley from Nova Scotia's Department of Natural Resources. Thank you so much for joining us. How many out-of-control wildfires is the province facing at this moment?
Right now, these are our two priority out-of-control fires. We do have a few other smaller fires that aren't quite under control yet, but they're not giving us any challenges. So these are our two priority out-of-control wildfires.
So we're talking about Tingley area, and we're also talking about in Shelburne County. Do you have an idea at this hour of the size of these separate wildfires?
Yes, so the fire down in the Barrington area is currently estimated at 6,270 hectares. It's likely that a measured size would be a little bit bigger, and we do expect it to continue to grow today. So that was the latest. It is out of control. It's presenting a lot of challenges. We have 40 natural resource renewable staff on that one. Equal number of volunteer firefighters. We've got 2 helicopters. We have one of the Newfoundland water bombers down working on that one as well. And we've also got heavy equipment from some of the local contractors giving us a hand on that as well. So
6,000, that sounds significant. Is that what I heard?
6,270 hectares is the last best estimate we have. Yeah.
For Shelburne, that is a significant fire.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a large fire, and it's hot, windy, and dry, and it's presenting challenges for sure. Folks are working really hard. They're doing a great job. But it is a large fire.
Staying in Shelburne, do you have an idea of the damage in that area?
We are getting reports that there are losses, and there are more at risk. The most recent information I had about mid-morning here was our staff were recommending additional evacuations of Barrington, and Goose Lake was another community that was at risk, but we understand that most of that was evacuated last night, and there was still a few folks that were still remaining. So there was a priority on getting people moving and structure protection, but the most detailed information on those evacuations will come from the RCMP and the local municipal officials and the Emergency Management Office.
Okay, to be clear, when you mentioned losses, are you talking about structures?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I wanted to clarify. Do you have an idea now of the size for the Tingley fire? Latest
report was just under 800 hectares, so 788 hectares out of control. Again, expecting that there'll probably be some growth to that fire today, but that was the most recent size update, and like I said, out of control. Lots of HRM firefighters. We heard a great update from the municipality there earlier, but our numbers that we had been hearing was 170 volunteer and municipal firefighters. We've got 32 Department of Natural Resources and Renewable staff out there as well. 2 helicopters and one of the Newfoundland bombers as well working on that fire. And we should mention too, some of the local helicopter companies have offered support, and we're working on getting a couple more helicopters at each one of those fires to provide initial support. So.
Okay, what's the damage you're seeing when it comes to Tingley? And at last update, we've heard that there have been no injuries in either fire. Do you still understand that to be the case?
That's my understanding as well. I don't have any figures on the number of homes and the number of structures that are impacted. Again, the best information for that's going to be coming from the municipal officials, RCP and EMO, but it is devastating what we're hearing about and seeing. And again, staff and all our partner agencies, everybody's working so hard to try to mitigate these losses. But yesterday was a tough day. We've got another tough day, and then probably a few tough days ahead of us here.
And conditions are slightly cooler today, and I do mean slightly. How is the weather hampering firefighting efforts right now?
Well, I mean, it was just they moved so quickly yesterday and grew so fast. That's always a challenge. And the additional challenge today is there's a wind shift, significant wind shift. So that basically the fires have turned. And so what was inactive or maybe even the back of the fire has probably become the active head in some circumstances. So the winds have shifted north. So the focus and strategies will take that into account. And, everyone's working hard to, again, mitigate as many losses as we can, and focus on trying to limit the growth of these fires.
Okay, we have heard on social media of some animals like horses being let loose because of a fast evacuation. Is that what you're hearing? What are you hearing in terms of animals? Are they on the loose, or are they hampering efforts? What are you hearing?
I have heard some of that information, but I don't have any detailed or any qualified information to provide on that. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We see it on social media, and we want to get the right answers out there. How would you describe, in your experience, these two out-of-control wildfires? It is astonishing. Yeah,
this is like I said. Yesterday was a very challenging day. We've got challenging days ahead. This is as bad as we've probably seen it in terms of impacts, and so we know everyone's working extremely hard. All our first responders have kind of set their own lives aside so they can go out and help everybody out. So we really appreciate everybody's effort. Our natural resources crews, all our partner agencies, the EMO, RCMP, HRM. It's really a huge team effort. Our thoughts and prayers are out with everybody who's been impacted, and we're working really hard to try to mitigate it.
Scott, finally, what is your message? Do you have a message that you would like to share for people who have been evacuated across the province or who live near evacuation zones?
Keep on top of the information that's coming, from your municipal RCP and EMO information streams. They'll have the most accurate information on the details of the evacuation, the locations, the comfort centers, things like that. Just know that we're working hard for you. We're thinking about you, and we've got our own staff and responders that have been affected as well. So this is broad-reaching, and and again, we also like to reiterate for folks, burning has been restricted across the entire province now, and so we want to reinforce that message, that how important, how critical it is to follow the rules and to listen to that message. We've got more fires than we can put people on at the moment, and we're asking for more help. We're working on that today, and yeah.
Scott, we are out of time, but we do appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. Scott Tingley from Nova Scotia's Department of Natural Resources.